Okay, so we are looking at some red granite from the temple below the pyramid, and we are going to do a SEM analysis, hopefully, if it can. Maybe it's too close. The sample is too big for me to look at. Oh no, it's doing something. No technetium, and that will be silicon. Don't think there's any molybdenum in there. So oxygen's everywhere. Silicon is in spots, as is the aluminium. Carbon is in these chunky areas. Molybdenum? Really? Don't know if that's really molybdenum. Don't think it is. So I'll take a normal map of this, I think. We will stop this. We will take an image of it. I think we'll take a 3D map of it to see the variance in the height. This sample only just fitted in the chamber. Only just. So if we do, there we go, it is pretty darn flat, I would say. The machine is struggling at the moment for some reason, don't know why. Maybe it's got some data in there. So we're looking at this area here. Okay. And there we go. So I guess the bit here might be just something on the surface that's actually raised up there. Might be a piece of detritus. Let's go and see what the variance is over the distance here. So that looks like the highest area, and we'll come down to the lowest area. So you are looking at here, this is a 10.9 microns down to 4.2, so about 6.5 microns is the maximum variation across that high point to this point down here. If I turn that one off and we'll go across this area here, that is 7.4, 2.2 to 7.4. So that is 5.2 microns. So it's around about 5.5 microns variation in the height here. So see, it's very, very flat. Okay. There's not a lot of marks of sort of linear polishing here. Now one wonders whether certain elements have dissolved out over time and it was actually flatter to begin with. There we go. Not a lot of difference there. In fact, I've adjusted for the overall slope of it, so it's going like that. And you can see the difference is even less. It's going from 2083. Well, it's just not a lot, is it? It's nanometers. Okay, adjusting for the angle, it's even less. It's really nothing. So if I turn these off across this bit here, let's say that bit, it's going from 575 nanometers to 485, so it's 100 nanometers. That raised area there is 1607 to, so that's 900 nanometers. It's less than a micron. That's minus 2182 to 1444. So that's 3.5 microns. Yeah, I think mostly it's very flat. I think we can safely assume. Okay, right. Yeah. Very, very flat. Across that yellow area there. Minus 203 nanometers to 529 nanometers. Pretty darn flat. This might be just harder material or something. Anyway, we'll save that. Yeah. My caps lock was round the wrong way. So we'll have a look at the elemental composition. We've got it on that. So let's do a couple of samples here. We will do the whiter areas. The mid-grey areas, the dark areas, when it lets me. Struggling a bit because it's a little bit close. Might have to look at the edges to see what those elements are. I don't think that's technetium, thulium, rather. Silicon, oxygen, aluminium, carbon. Kind of what you would expect. It's rock. It's rock. So the mid-grey is not praseodymium. I think it's silicon. So, yeah, not niobium. Not thulium. Low counts because we are so close. Definitely have to work on the edge for this bulk analysis. Now there's this slightly lighter area, slightly lighter mid-grey. So we'll have a look at that. Well, that just looks like a deposit of carbon. No, now it's thinking it's silicon. It's so close to the detector it cannot really see it. I suspect it's mostly carbon. Possibly an organic deposit or carbon. Why would that be there? Well, let's look at the break area. We'll look at the break area. So this is on the top surface, but we'll have a look at sort of these broken areas here. Should get a good readout of what the elements are. And this light grey area, again, it's struggling, it's really struggling. So close. So the difference is that some areas have some aluminium and some sodium in there.
Ja, okay. Ja, tschüss.
What time did you say I've got till?
Until 5.
Okay, all right, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, wrong working distance probably.
I know because the sample is 3.9 millimeters high and your tray is 4 millimeters deep. The granite is the closest. It's possible, but not ideal. So you can see how, because this charges, it gives a less than ideal view, but still it's something. You can see the maybe silicon dioxide rich areas charged. So this isn't actually lumpy, it's just because of the way that the scanning is going on. So, this is interesting. There seems to be some fibres here, or something, that kind of go in a direction. There's another one up here. Yeah, look. These little wormy things. What are they? There's a whole group of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of semi-pointing in a direction. Is it only here? I don't know. There's also these kind of gouges here. There's another one here. Look at this. Interesting. Okay. I think we probably want to have a look at these. See if these are organic. In fact, they seem to be splaying out from here. Some little ones here. Twisted one there. Is this organic growth? Spider thread? What? What is it? And this is taking far too long. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is try and stop that. It seems to have run out of memory or something. Yeah, so there's some up here, and there are some whole group down here. What are they? Let's go and have a look at that. What is this? Does look like it's on the surface. What? Seriously out of focus now. Okay, it's not getting better. Let's try that. Probably not enough contrast. Seems to be moving. Definitely twisted. Whatever it is. Is it part of the original material? Is it fused to there? I don't know. Well, that is odd. Is it going to go out of focus again? Probably. No. It is moving a little. See if I can get an image there. Don't quite know what happened there. Kind of went mental. Let's try that again. It's doing the same thing. It's got an issue at the moment. Let me save that. This looks like an agglomeration of material. Let's have a look at some of the other ones. Definitely an agglomeration. Can I change the beam energy on this and do a bit of point analysis without it dying on me? Maybe. Maybe not. It's charging quite a lot, isn't it? Anyway, let's see what that is. Oh, it looks like it's missed it. It can't see it. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, stop. It's just too close. Let's try again. No. No counts. Okay, alright, that's not going to work. Tantalizing though. It's a slug. It seems to have a piece going under there and around there. Let's see if any of the other ones are sufficiently far enough away. That moved. Did it move? I think it moved. I'm going to revisit some of these down here. There's quite a few down here. Where are they? Here. And there's another one. So what are these little slugs? Let's see if I can get an image. Too bright. Can I get an SEM? Not enough. Darn. That is too unfortunate. Too close to be able to see what these are. We can get an image of them, but that's about it. How annoying. They do look like they're mixed material, and the scale is about 10 microns across. Looks like it's 2 braided sections in one. Let's have a look at some other ones. So there's one here. That's the one we were looking at. There's more up here. Same story. I might as well put this onto image. Okay. Quite a few of these things. Now that has just moved. That gives me the impression that this is detritus on the surface. Okay, alright. So I think we're going to go and look at the boundary where it's not smooth. Like here. It's charging a bit. So the smooth top is really free of detritus compared to the other areas. This is the internal structure. Dusty. This is not smooth. It's mostly oxygen and silicon, so if you turn those off, you get an idea of where everything else is. That is about that. Mostly silicon and oxygen, of course. Okay, so we'll turn that off. I think we want to go and get one more roughness map. And we'll go to here to do it. We don't need to be on so high. Okay. So, here we go. I think we saved that. Well, let's take another one here. Okay, and so we do the corrections here. That is extremely flat again, as we can see. Okay, it is extremely flat. Okay, so I think the biggest changes are in this area over here. So from that high point to that low point, that is, so I've done a here. It's from 2795 to minus 4491. So that's 2,800. Plus, it's about 6 microns. Again, that kind of level. Here, very much less, 1.2 microns. So there's a few holes where it's a little bit deeper. There you go. That is only 0.55 of a micron, 550 nanometers. Very, very flat. Don't see any particular score marks on here, but there are some other scratch marks elsewhere. Maybe we'll just do another map of that. So we will save this. We will try and find a scratch. Let's find a scratch. There's this big scratch down here. There's a combination of scratches here. There you go. How big is this scratch? When you see that scratch, you can see how smooth the rest of it is. I'm going to go in just a little bit more here. Almost looks like there's some buffing going on here. Hopefully that won't be so white when I look at the image. Right, I will do a 3D map of that. Yeah. Well, that's definitely a scratch, isn't it? Boom, boom. There we go. Firstly, how wide is the scratch? It's thinking. It is about 50 microns. And it is, interestingly, it looks like it's raised on both sides. Seen that before. And that is 2198. That's 5 microns deep. It's a 5 micron deep channel. What causes a 5 micron deep channel? What is it like over here? It is 424. That's 6 microns. Off to the flat surface, yeah. Now, what would cause this kind of channel? It's flat here, raised on the edge, goes down, raised on the edge, and then goes down to the same level. I know something that causes that kind of channel. Do you? Look at that. What would cause a scratch and then leave a raised ridge on the sides? What would cause that? We've seen it before. I think I need to leave it there, but that is very interesting. Shame we couldn't get the sample down low enough to do really nice SEM, EDS, but we saw that it's the usual sort of granite composition. So, I think that is that. Okay. I think we're going to call